moving on to disheartening news coming in this morning. Very popular television actor Siddharth Shukla, who was also the winner of Bigg Boss season 13, has huge fan following amongst the television audience, has passed away this morning. This news came in that he died due to a heart attack. He was just 40 years old. Best known for his roles earlier in the very popular serial Balika Vadhu, and recently he had also won the Bigg Boss season 13. He passed away at Cooper Hospital in Mumbai. Massive heart attack is what is being cited as the reason for his demise. Condolences have been pouring in from all quarters. Understandable shock as this news settles in. TV stars as well as other celebrities who've been working with him, who have interacted with him earlier, who've participated on the same season of Bigg Boss as him, have come out to express their condolences. Actor Manoj Bajpayee took to Twitter to pay his tributes. He said, "This is so shocking. Words will fail to describe the shock and sense of loss of his near and dear ones. May he rest in peace." Rakesh Trivedi now joins us for latest on this. Rakesh, what is the latest as far as Siddharth Shukla is concerned? We are given to understand that massive heart attack was behind the sudden demise of this actor. What else are you getting to know right now?
Well, what I'm learning from our sources that the body is at Cooper Hospital and the postmortem is being conducted, and the crime of aside, the reason of death is believed to be cardiac arrest, but it has not been confirmed yet. But the doctors say that there are no external injury marks on the body of Siddharth Shukla. On the other hand, Mumbai police is also in the process of registering an accidental death report so that they can probe the reason behind the death. It could be a suicide or not. That is too quick to comment on this. So that is why the police is also waiting for the final reports of the forensic doctors of Cooper Hospital, which are examining the body right now. And currently, when I'm talking to you, the postmortem is still underway.
Right, Rakesh, do stay on with us because our correspondent Shivani is actually outside Cooper Hospital where post-mortem is being conducted. Shivani, while initially the reports say that it was massive heart attack, when somebody is so popular and the death is so sudden, there are bound to be questions around the exact circumstances of death. What are you hearing from the hospital?
See, as of now, the hospital sources have said that the postmortem is going on, but here inside from Siddharth Shukla's family, his sister and brother-in-law are already present inside and they are waiting inside, though they have denied to speak and utter any details as of now. But this is what is coming out now, that the postmortem is going on, and other than his sister and brother-in-law, there are other two close family friends, those are also present inside. But here at the moment currently, let me take you through the hospital's visual where you can see that none of the outsiders are allowed to enter at the hospital inside at the moment of time. And here what we have understood by far is that the officials have also said that at early in the morning between 9 to 9:30 his dead body was took to the hospital over here, was taken here, but later postmortem is being conducted right now. They are trying to find out the reason. So the people those we try to contact to the friends from the industry, they have just said that Siddharth was doing well, was quite happy because very recently on the weekend he had performed on the Bigg Boss OTT as well, and he had been there. He met and has worked on air for Karan Johar. He met Shehnaz Gill as well, who is very dear friend of his, and the situation over there was quite normal. The friends over there has also said, in fact I spoke to Rahul Mahajan in the morning when the news was coming in. He said that the last time he spoke to Siddharth was sounding really happy and excited about his journey to come ahead of this, because now after Bigg Boss OTT which came in, Siddharth was expected to visit the OTT platform, and again when Salman was going to launch the on-screen Bigg Boss, then again Siddharth was expected to go inside the Bigg Boss house. Later also he had a lot of projects queued in his bucket list, because after Bigg Boss win of the 13th season which he won, after that lockdown was emerged. That is why he couldn't sign up a bigger project, but later he did some music videos with Shehnaz Gill which were quite famous as well, and fans really liked keep them together as well. And recently when he went to Bigg Boss OTT platform, there also when Karan Johar teased him in the name of Shehnaz Gill, he's accepted that somewhere she's very special lady to him. But after that, Shehnaz was also being said that they were very normal, and in fact the crew, those who have shot with Sidharth Shukla for the last time, they also mentioned that Sidharth was doing very normal. He was not in any kind of stress. But what we know from our experience that we have shot and we have covered Sidharth Shukla from Dil Se Dil Tak, his show, from Balika Vadhu to Bigg Boss time, that he has been very aggressive, very straightforward person. He has never been fake at all. Even in fact in the show, the season he played in, he was there also as a very straightforward, real contestant, which Salman Khan really appreciated. So from our experience also we can say that Sidharth only had a back pain injury kind of a thing. He was going through back pain from quite some time and he was just taking medicines for that particular thing. But other than that, if we talk about mental stress or professional stress as well, there was nothing like that because Sidharth already had a lot of projects.
Shivani, do stay on with us because we are now joined by Rahul Mahajan, somebody who has worked with Sidharth Shukla, somebody who's also been friends off screen with him. Rahul, as a fellow Bigg Boss contestant and a friend with Sidharth Shukla, what are now going to be your lasting memories of him?
I'm very shocked. I'm on the way to Cooper Hospital right now. He was a good friend of mine off the screen. We never met on the camera, but off the screen before lockdown we used to work out together, and I used to learn from him about workouts, diets and everything. I wanted to be as strong as him because every time he would shake hands with me, it was so strong. He would hug me, it was like a Hulk, like a Superman. And I used to feel very intimidated by him, he's so big, he was so strong. And he was a good human being, and we used to discuss about spiritualism, philosophy, life, and very interesting things which you'd not imagine Siddharth can discuss. He was a very kind person. He was much better than what you see in Bigg Boss, because I have not watched this season. But he's an amazing personality, very sorted out personally, mentally, no stress. So he was mentally and physically both fit, So I don't know what happened. Sometimes death comes without any reason, but it's really shocking about this news, about his death, this untimely death. And when his career graph was picking up, and he was getting work, getting money, getting everything, and God just snatched him away from us, So I'm going to miss him for a very, very long time.
Right, and so will his fans, Rahul, because Sidharth Shukla, it's not hidden from anyone, had massive female fan following as well. Every off and on you would see Twitter trends talking about Sidharth Shukla, whether he was inside Bigg Boss house or when he came outside. If you could share some personal anecdotes, because right now everybody is in a state of shock, and anything that would add to the succor would really help.
Siddharth, I remember, because when I used to work out, he was working out at a different timing, and I used to discuss something spiritual with my trainer, and my trainers told him that Rahul talks something like this. So he came on my birthday with a cake in the gym to celebrate my birthday, to meet me, because of thinking what I think and he thinks, or similar thoughts about life, So it was very nice of him. He just met me many years back, but he came with a birthday cake in the gym, and he cut my cake with me to celebrate my birthday, especially, without having any ego or without me calling him. On his own, he came with the cake, He doesn't know me actually. He had met me generally only once, And even once he had booked treatment for a...
Thank you, Rahul, for joining us and sharing these details. We also now have on the broadcast with us Sameer Soni, who has had quite an interesting relationship with Sidharth Shukla. But Sameer, I would leave it to you to explain what exactly was that you will now remember about Sidharth.
Look, just to make it clear, I didn't know him personally all that well. I knew him socially because of, being in industry. But I just found out 10 minutes back, and I'm shocked. We have barely recovered. I don't even think we've recovered from Sushant Singh Rajput's cases yet. And to see another talented young man who, to me, was hitting his prime right now. And, from what I understand, was a heart attack. It's shocking. It's it makes you really fear God in every way, because anything can happen anytime, And I can't help but think of correlating it to the stress and the pressures of the business, because there's so much of emphasis on you have to look good all the time and be this all the time and this and that. And this is coming to even youngsters who feel there's so much of competition. So I'm just shocked for him and really sad for his mother and his sisters, because he was such a family guy from what I understand. Yeah, it's just tragic. I mean, what can I say? Really, I don't know what's going on. I just hope whatever is going on,
understand.
I mean, the postmortem is going to come out. We're going to find out, hopefully, unlike, Sidharth's case, which we still don't know what happened. Hopefully, in this case, we will find out.
Right. And the entire nation is now the thoughts and prayers are with the family. May God give them the strength to handle this sudden tragedy that has struck them. Thank you, Samir, for joining us. So we take a very quick break. More news and updates on the other side.